this last scene right here with Chizuru just in a fetal position, talking to herself, saying, "How is this going to end up?" is probably the most rage bait fucking thing that I just felt. This anime really does rage bait you into just hating it. But in my opinion, the fact that people are still watching this at season 5 despite getting rage baited and having cortisol spikes is just unfounded. The amount of people who should not be watching this are still watching it. I think I'm one of those people who have a hate and love connection with Rant Girlfriend. Rant Girlfriend season 1 was probably a cultural watch. You know, it just feels like it's mandatory. Once it gets to season 2 and 3, the water starts to get muddy, and the rage bait really begins around season 2. Season 2 and 3 and 4, all rage bait. Once it gets like 4 and 5, there is no real progression other than just Shizuru right here sitting down, you know, not making up her mind. And that goes opposite for no, not necessarily opposite, but it's a different case for Kazuya. Kazuya that doesn't just not make up his mind, but he knows how to beat around the bush. He knows how to wimp out. He knows how to just psych himself out and just be a little bitch. Long story short, if you really want to talk, if we were to be honest with ourselves, that's what it is. And I think one of the main reasons we are still watching this despite getting rage baited and having cortisol spikes, and is for not just the drama, but because I think the author has just done such a good job of giving us a hook, line, and sinker, and now we're just here just to see what really is gonna happen. You know, it's crazy because, you know, Chizuru's like, I wonder how this is gonna end up, but she's the one who has the power. But you got to think about it this way: the author is the one who has the power. He knows what he's doing. He's milking the fuck out of the series. They shouldn't have gone more than 2 seasons, honestly. But here we are. But another reason why we're here is, I believe, is for the characters. You know, for me, in my opinion, they've done Sumi a disservice. She is really underrepresented. She really hasn't been in the picture at all. She was supposed to be like my best girl. She was gonna be my pick. One of the big reasons for that is because she is voiced by one of my favorites, Rei Takahashi, and that's when Rei Takahashi. That's when I loved Rei Takahashi at my highest, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. So yeah, I was really just hoping I would see more Sumi. And I gotta give it out to Yamori. You know, if it wasn't for Yamori, this anime wouldn't have moved at all. It wouldn't. But of course, we gotta give props to our best girl, Nami Nanami. So it would be both Nani Nanami and Yamori, who are really just what the fuck? Who are really just pushing this anime, having the plot get pushed forward, even if it's like baby steps. Like, that's why I love Nami Nanami. It's because she kept rocking the boat. She created the drama. She created the tension. She made us fall in love with her tenacity and her slyness, and made us, you know, even have some contradiction within ourselves. You know, if you love Chizuru and Kazuya's relationship, then it's like, all right, we get that you love them as people, but they are still pieces of shits who lied to their whole entire family for 2 years, damn near. And Chizuru lied to her dying grandma. I mean, there's just no excuse for it. And yeah, everyone agrees with it. Everyone fucking agrees with it. But some people are able to just like be like, oh yeah, whatever, it's true, but we still love them. You know, in a very flippant type of way, flippant type of manner. And so that's why this anime just does such a good job. You know, you want to hate them, but you also want to cheer for them when it comes to Kazuya and Chizuru. But at the same time, you know, it's just stupid because we all know Ruka's just gonna become part of the harem. you know, she's gonna eventually be like, damn, Kazuya doesn't want to let go of Chizuru, and she's just gonna have to self-cuck herself. And just because now, like, we all watch season 5, right? This is like season 5 episode 12 review, but also a series review. So we all have seen it, and if you guys realize, yeah, they didn't ask Ruka for her permission for Kazuya to move in. They kind of just assumed that, oh yeah, Kazuya needs a place, well, he's staying with fucking Chizuru. They didn't really ask Ruka. So yeah, you know, they're just really backstabbing Ruka, doing things behind her back, you know, just not giving two shits about her, to be fair. I think but she put herself in that own situation, so we can kind of just like be like, oh well, that's the type of guy you like, even though they want to make Kazuya seem like this person that's likable. He's not. He really isn't. I think a part of that too is that we're all jealous of Kazuya, but at the end of the day, it's like, who wouldn't be? He has got Ruka, he's got Mizuru, he's got Nami. Even though Nami is just a you know, she has a checkered past, so she just became a bitch and a jealous person. Let's see, yeah. See, look, in public, Mommy appears to be a sweet and friendly person. Behind the persona, however, Mommy has displayed sociopathic tendencies such as conniving, manipulation, and petty behaviors, especially revolving around Kazuya and Chizuru. When her friendly facade drops, her jealousy and possessive feelings scare people around her. Despite not being involved with Kazuya anymore, she has gone out of her way to get more information about him and the girls he's with and attempt to pull them apart. It is still unknown whether she does these out of lingering feelings for Kazuya or her motivations are simply out of spite. So there you have it. You know, Mami Nanami just really, you know, she has a double life, one on the surface and one in private. I hate, you know, and it's like a love-hate thing for me for Nami Nanami. You know, she pushes the narrative. At the same time, it's like, bro, her reasons are just diabolical. So yeah. With all the characters, now that I've talked about all the characters, like, the biggest reason why I truly hate this anime, or it's just rage bait, or it gives me a cortisol spike, is Kazuya's inner monologue. Kazuya's inner monologue is fucking suffocating, and I think I'm just gonna leave it there. I really don't want to talk about Kazuya. You guys get plenty of his monologues. I don't need to vent about it. So here's what I'm talking about. You know, the Aloha Killer says, why do I continue to suffer and watch this? Either way, the season finally ended. No more rant of Wednesdays. Thank God. Goodness. So you can see there more hate from people, but we're still watching it. And then here goes Phantom. Nothing to say the season was trash. This show is trash. It has little redeeming qualities, and one of the redeeming qualities being Sumi. She was basically absent this season, which, I mean, good for her, honestly. Go place her in a better romance anime. Dead ass. The only part of this episode is I showed any emotion at when Yomori gave Kazuya an uppercut. She only burst out laughing at that. Yeah, Kazuya needed that. Summary of season 5, and maybe also the summary of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chimp, wimp, simp keeps trying to break down the emotion while Chizuru, the gold digger. Wow. Okay. But Chorizo, mid mind changer, keeps rebuilding her wall and hiding behind her wall. Chorizo, the goddess Sama, check out the big fat emotional wall in the Mexico border. Make America great again. I have no emotion. Please wait until I finish my emotion investigation. Yeah, it's just a load of cock shit. See, look, here goes another comment. Bless Yamori trying her best finally ends the show. Yeah, no, for real. And here we got a comment from Nate. No way a real human beings actually rated the season a 6 or higher. How did the score go up? I think I gave it a 6. I gave it a 6. It's because of the first 3 episodes we had Nami Nanami right here in all her glory. Honestly, I love Nami Nanami, just how hot she is. And then Nate goes on to say, bro, don't even ask why I'm watching this shit because I don't even know either. There you go. See, it's just like something just draws us in. It's like we're drawn in by the drama and the ridiculousness of it all. I am part of the problem and realize that my dad instilled this concept of finishing whatever you start from the time I was a little kid, and that's why I've never dropped an anime and obsessively try to complete everything I set my mind to. I hate that he has such a good father because now I'm stuck watching his dog shit, and I feel like I have to see it through to completion. No, that's not me. You know, I will happily drop a anime, but I just feel like I'm so far deep. You know, this is season 5. I'm so far deep, and Nami Nanami's keeping me in. You know, she's the goat. Um. Okay, so let's see what else people are saying. No, but there's a lot of people like in the beginning here. People just love this anime right here. I want to show some love to this anime as well. Here we go. Yep, another season has wrapped up and went by pretty quick. This week, Kazuya gets wasted. All in all, it's a solid finale. The near kiss while waiting for the next taxi was perfectly well staged. 8 out of 10. So here goes from number 105. 8 out of 10. Solid season. Oh, let's look at. This is why I love Mami Nanami, but her dead eyes. So, continuing from 105, visuals improved immensely, and getting out the lackluster Paradise arc finally was very refreshing. Overall, the season and my recent read of the manga have reminded me of how much I enjoy this goofy rom-com. I personally am skeptical of season 6, but the healthy merch sales and somehow still decent manga sales could be enough, maybe even enough to get another split core production. So there you go. Look at her eyes, bro. I love her dead fish eyes. This is just peak. You can't tell me this isn't peak. So here we go. Another peak season, waiting for season 6 announcement. So there are people who love it. My baby Sumi sometime this whole season, 8 minutes. Oh yeah, 8 minutes, yeah. Now we gotta wait another 2 years, bro. I was hoping this would come out another 2 years, but no, it came out quick. So here goes fucking JP with their comment. You know, just trying to show some love here. I freaking loved it, and I can't wait for next season. We finally get to see Mizuru moving towards her feelings. Oh, here's the peak. No, open your eyes, Nami Nanami. I need to see your eyes. Show me your eyes, Nami Nanami. I want to see how dead you are inside. We finally get to see Mizuru moving forward. Her feelings. I don't know how people can hate this show. I love how slowly things are building between the two. Bro, look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. I love how slowly things are building between them, too. I only dislike how Kazuya doesn't grow mentally and still acts like this was season 1. That's why people hate this shit. Kazuya doesn't grow up. Anyone else find alarming that there are no immediate season 6 announcement? I want to believe that during the last minutes of the chapter where Mini is streaming, she mentions the next arc. I think that's how they are telling us that there's going to be a next season. I believe there will be one. Despite the haters, the series is good. It's not that it's good, my guy. It's just that the girls are hot. Everyone hates Kazuya, and we just want to see more drama. That's what it is. And it's just like it's like we're so deep into it now. It's like we're committed. We're fucking committed. So I think that's one of the main reasons. And who doesn't want to see Mami Nanami just be like crashing out? Like she's just so beautiful when she does. Her evil tenacities, her evil tendencies, her snickering eyeballs, like everything's just a big W when it comes to the characters. Yamori's great, Sumi's great, Ruka's dumb, but she's awesome. Yamori's funny as hell. It's just a good time. Mizuru's hot as hell. Despite being a lying cunt. Everything is just perfectly well set to give us cortisol spikes and to have a love-hate relationship. Overall, I did give it an above average score of 6 out of 10.